Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog at stampedwithelaine.com. Stamping Out changed its catalogue programme this year. There were two, or will be, two mini catalogues which both last 6 months, and we're more than halfway through with the January to June mini. So that brings me to the new annual catalogue, which will be launching May 2021 to April 2022. I can't show you the inside of the catalogue, but this is what it looks like. I have a sneak peek for you today. To create this effect, we have some new border dies, and I simply used this one to create my angle for the card. Like so. And these are the border dies. There are 6 of them and they stand alone. They don't belong to any specific stamp set. You can use it with anything. The images of this card comes from the hand-penned petal suite. They're linear images and it's a 2-step stamping set, so there are some solid images which you can use to colour in. These are the dies. There's a scalloped edge one, individual flowers to cut those out, one that will cut out the entire outline, and this one to cut out the more detailed pieces in here. And similarly with this one, and with these dies you can cut out leaves that will cut and emboss at the same time, and also ones that will cut out these flowers and leaves. The one we're going to be using is just this large one here. To make this card I'm going to need some designer series paper, and this paper is called a hand-penned designer series paper, and they come from 12 by 12 inch sheets, 2 each of 6 double-sided coloured designs. The one we're going to be using is this one. I cut my 12 by 12 inch piece into 4 6 by 6 inch sections, and this one I cut at 3 inches by 6 inches so that it would fit on there and I'd have very little waste. The hand-penned petals gave me the opportunity to use all the in colours. So there's pale papaya, fresh freesia, polished pink, soft succulent and evening evergreen. These two are greens. This one is a pink, not as bright as Magenta Madness, and this is a purple one which is slightly darker than the purple posy, and pale papaya. Also going to be using the pale papaya stamping blends and the genial gems. The card base is basic white thick, and that's the standard size, 8 1/4 inches by 5 7/8, and in metric that's 21 centimeters by 14.85. Got a card front, that's the same size as this card when folded, and that's 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. You need some extra basic white cardstock so that you can die cut blanks of this floral image. It's this one that we need. The stamp apparatus, I've already set up my stamps. For the 2-step stamping I've also set up the stamps here. I made a template for this stamp. So initially I stamped it and did the 2-step stamping and added all the colours. Just bear in mind that it's quite abstract, these solid images. They don't exactly fill in all the flower, so it just gives it that whimsy look. The difference between stamping first and then putting your die over the stamped image is that it takes longer. So if you initially make a template, which I've done here, so this was the original one that I stamped, and I die cut that and use that as a template. Then you can go ahead and cut several blanks and that way you're much more economical with your paper. And now I'm just going to simply put the die cut piece in here. Place a magnet down there so the paper won't move, and then just ink up my stamp with Evening Evergreen, which is the darkest green in the 2021 to 2023 in colours, and stamp. Now I've already set up my stamp apparatus with the solid stamps for the two-step stamping. I'm going to stick this down with washi tape. I'm not stamping the leaves, so I can position it there to prevent this from sticking to the photopolymer stamps. The magnet to stop my paper from moving. So next let's introduce you to the new colours. This is polished pink, so we'll stamp the largest flower with polished pink. Next I'm stamping it with fresh freesia for the medium flowers. Lastly with pale papaya. Rather than changing the position of my stamps, I'm just going to use the blends to colour in the remaining pair of pale papaya flowers. So I'll just do it at random, and I won't be too precise with it either. And remove the washi tape and get rid of my template and do a bit more colouring. This time using the leaves and the soft succulent ink pad. This one I'll do at random with a bigger leaf. We'll set that aside. Next, take the card front, the piece that stands alone, and place it on your platform 3 cutting plate. This is your sandwich. Platform 1, platform 2, platform 3, the cardstock about 1 inch from the bottom, okay? Because you want this to still be narrower than the width of your designer series paper. So if that's there, let's put that there just to make sure. Yep, that's perfect. So we want this to cut at an angle, so where this goes up into an angle, that's where you want the die to sit. So get some washi tape and anchor that down so it doesn't move. Pop your second platform 3 on, and then you're ready to run it through the machine. Stamp thanks. Align the end of the block with the straight edge of the paper. Pop dimensionals on the back of the flower. Remove the backing tape from behind. Adhere it to the front of your card. I've opened up my card and I'm popping this flush with the baseline of the card so that when I apply adhesive here, I know how far to go, okay? Make sure that that's right into the corner. That's a bit that's sticky, so that goes at the top, and then I can back that up and make sure it's stuck down. I know that's flush with the bottom of the card and the side, so I'll just trim this bit off. Now with the mini dimensionals, they're quite wide strips on the edge of the mini foam dimensionals. So what I'm going to do is I'm just cutting these to use on the back. I don't want to use adhesive foam strips because they're much higher, and recently I sent some cards to my pen pals in the States, and I actually had to fill out a declaration form because the foam strips were so thick, and they cost me a fortune to send. It was £10 for 3 letters. So I've learnt my lesson, so I prefer to use these flatter ones. Now I can stick this on top of my card. Make sure that the edges are all in line. Final touch, one of these gorgeous genial gems. To decorate the inside, I'm just going to stamp directly onto the basic white card. I'm not going to put an extra layer in. I'm going to use pale papaya. So that's my sneak peek for today. I hope you've enjoyed this simple card. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back this Friday with another sneak peek. I can't give you the supply list at the moment because it's not gone live yet, but I'll certainly add them after the catalogue goes live. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye!